What's going on, everybody? This is Nick Lawson from Squad Sports, and this is episode 39 of your sports sponsorship tip of the week. All right, this week on LinkedIn, I posted a thing yesterday about really understanding how influencers make money. They have a community, they're able to monetize them through brands. It got some slack. Influencers get a bad rep. Some of them are terrible, some of them are great. My main point and what I wanted to dive in here, we actually have a tactical piece that you can use with your sponsor today with the platform, free platform that you have to be able to drive actual dollars. The point I was trying to make is influencers know the platform inside and out, therefore they know how to make money on it and drive revenue. I did a thing a couple weeks ago called the Instagram Close Friends. It's where you can just add people to your close friends so only they can see your stories. Influencers understood and said, hey, look, I can charge people to actually be on this list, send them a PayPal in order to add them, and they can see content, right? Massively innovative, smart, intelligent, understanding how the platform works so that you're able to build and engage and monetize. This week's tip of the week kind of goes off of that. I don't know if Facebook saw that phenomenon happening and then added this feature, but there's a feature on Facebook I want to dive into, and then a great way you can tie your sponsors into it. So first, the feature is you have the ability, and I think it's some people has it as support, and if you support a page, then you can get some more behind the scenes items. I've seen it as subscription, but you have the ability to create a subscription page on your Facebook page. Savannah Bananas have been really pioneering this. Shout out to their team. Definitely go check out their Facebook page to see what I'm talking about. But you have the ability on Facebook to be able to charge fans a monthly fee. They do $4.99 to get inside scoop content, behind the scenes content. I think they even stream some of their games on their content. So they have the ability for no upfront cost to be able to collect those dollars from fans who want to buy in, almost like your Sunday NFL ticket, get those behind the scene pieces and actually pay for those, right? So right there is a way you can just monetize in general for all the behind the scenes content. Obviously, that doesn't mean just lock all your content away, but you can go over to that platform and say, hey, look, here's the first 3 episodes, the final 5 are locked away here. Here's some other episodes that we're doing. I mean, HBO Max is doing that right now with pulling it off a little bit from cable. But as we think about it from a sponsorship lens, here's the killer tactic that will really, really drive dollars, especially if you're trying to replace this, not having a season and replacing signage. So the tip of the week this week is this: create a subscription page. It's going to have behind the scenes content. Pre-game items, right? Why not have your coach come on for pre-game and be able to charge for that? Post-game items, halftime interviews. We've been talking to teams about halftime trivia and utilizing this platform so those fans can get behind the scenes into the content. Obviously, each one of those can be sponsored, so you're doubling up, you're building that engagement and connection. But here's what I would do. I would go to your sponsor and say, hey, look, what we're going to do is we're going to offer fans the ability that if they make a certain amount of dollar purchases with you every month and can prove that on receipts, you will pay for the subscription of X amount of people. So technically, you're giving away that subscription. Somebody else is just funding it, and it's coming from the sponsor. What that does is this. First of all, it builds that connection, right? You're building a connection with the brand because they're the ones who paid for you to be able to see this behind the scenes content. Second thing it's going to do is add trackable sales. If fans have to prove that they buy $20, $30 worth of Wendy's every month to be able to get a free subscription of that package, even if it's $5, you're driving dollars directly to the sponsor. That is unequivocally that trackable asset that they're looking for. Number 3 is they're getting access to your most engaged fan base and building on that awareness. Is it view for view? If you go into a stadium and say 70,000 people saw this sign compared to, maybe 2,000 people engaged on this platform and did the subscription with you all, where you paid for it and subsidized it, It's not, but those views are totally different, right? That fan is absolutely noticing what's going on that stream. They're pulled in, they're encapsulated. Hopefully you're bringing in an engaging piece like a trivia to be able to drive that viewership and that engagement there. So they're even connecting and grabbing an email, right? So that view is very much different than one you're just going to put on there for an in-stadium piece. So again, tip of the week is this. For one, just for your organization, and again, league rules and streaming rules and all of that come into play a little bit, but you should have a pregame show, you should have a halftime or end of the period or end of the inning show, and you should absolutely have a postgame show on this subscription platform. Then what I would do is, again, set up with your partner the ability that if a fan makes a purchase, they get 3 months for free on this platform, on this subscription piece, right? That is what I would set it up. Because again, you're building goodwill and connection between brand and fan, right? They're getting something. They're already grabbing and getting that engagement, getting something for free, building up that reciprocity with the fan. Number two is it's branded all the way through on this pregame, halftime, and postgame show on that end. And then number three, you're driving trackable sales. You're giving the ability to say, I'm going to buy X amount of meals from McDonald's, and therefore I get a code to get a free pass for 3 months on the platform. That's provable, trackable metrics. So again, as we talk about influencers, they know how to monetize these different platforms. We should be thinking like influencers. Again, Savannah Bananas, huge kudos to them for really taking and pioneering this. If you want to check it out, go to their Facebook page, just search Savannah Bananas. Their pinned sort of post on their wall is their, I think it's called Supporter or Support This Organization. It's like $4.95 to get the behind the scenes. They did a great video. But unequivocally do that, but then take it a step further. If somebody had $70,000 worth of in-stadium signage, absolutely replace this with that program. You're going to see way more engagement, connection, improving sales. That's the biggest thing right now. If you don't have these assets to replace that, honestly are better than the in-stadium sign that they had, sponsors are going elsewhere. They're going to spend on Facebook ads. They're going to spend on YouTube ads, Instagram ads. This actually gives them the opportunity to say, we were going to spend X amount of dollars on Facebook ads. This is technically Facebook. I want to spend on this. These are the assets you should be creating. So again, tip of the week this week, get on that subscription page, create one for your team. Set up a system where fans are paying something, buying 2 meals, getting 3 months for free, and has that cycle of going and then build those content pieces in. That's how you replace some of this in-stadium signage that we're missing out on. That's the tip of the week this week. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Remember, keep pushing those limits within sports sponsorship.